Yeah, you know what time it is. It's that time. It's welcome to the Balking Dead, guys. And I'm your host, Sharpie's Bets. And this show is still sponsored by Prize Picks. So if you haven't, go on over there, use promo code Pub Sports. Your first match deposit up to $100. They will match deposit you. So 25, 25, 50, 50, 100 for 100. So let's fucking go. Go on over there, use the promo code, and let's get some to the monies. What up, chat? Mr. Heat, my guys, Michael Speedback. Thank you for the birthday shout outs, my guys. Yes, it is my birthday. I'm fucking old, but it's okay. Let's get into the old card, guys, because we're going to start recapping the day before every fucking day before we get in. So, what did we bet yesterday? We bet Carlos Rodon over 6.5 strikeouts. I believe I said he'd go 6 innings, have 9+ strikeouts, and give up a few runs. He gave up 2 runs in 6 innings and had 12 strikeouts. Easy money. Then we get into Mackenzie Gore's strikeout props. That was a minus 213 bet that they gave us. He got us the strikeout props, but he didn't cash us on the fantasy side because he ended up giving up way too many fucking runs. The only one we didn't hit yesterday was Julio Urias, and we had the chance. They put him back out in the 7th inning where we only needed 2 outs or we needed a strikeout. And the motherfucker gave up a solo home run. And there went that fantasy score. But he pitched really fucking well. Just the Dodgers gave him no run support, and I didn't take into effect. The Dodgers played a primetime game the night before and had the very first game the first morning. Should have definitely thought about that. Then we cashed out on the very last one, Colton Wong's fantasy score. We took him because of his numbers and because of the way he's been hitting, guys. And he had 1 hit, 1 walk, a stolen base, and a run. Easily cashed us. So 3 out of 4 ain't bad. We strive for perfection, though, on this show. They're just not plays, guys. I bet them too. So let's get on to these 4 we bet today. First game on the board, guys, Red Sox at the Braves. Garrett Whitlock versus Kyle Wright. Garrett Whitlock is 1-1 with a 1.25 ERA in 21 innings with 29 strikeouts so far. He's been a guy we like on this show. And he now gets the Braves over the past 30 days, walking 8% of the time, striking out 24.5% of the time, with a 231 average, 705 OPS, and an isolated power of 173. So pretty much middle of the pack, everything, top 10 OPS numbers. We get into the last 15 days, they're now only walking 7.5% of the time. They're now striking out top 5 at 26.5% of the time. And middle of the pack average, 234, they 698 OPS with an isolated power of 168. So they are hitting the ball for a little bit of power. His K prop on the books is 6+ plus 127. It's at 4.5. So if you wanted 5+, it's at minus 150. We're going to take that minus 150 prop juice value wise on this ticket that they're going to give us even money for on Prize Picks. We're betting him over 4.5 today, guys. The numbers are there, and the juice is on our side. So once again, it's a value bet on the juice, and they're striking out 26.5% of the time while only walking 7.6, middle of the pack average. So he should go 5 innings today, guys. He should easily have us 5 strikeouts with 5 innings of work. So give us Mr. Garrett Whitlock. We don't want to build ladders, guys, on Whitlock because he hasn't gone past 5 innings all year. He has been worked out of the bullpen. He has been being worked longer and longer, but we don't want to bank on a guy going longer and hoping. We're not going to guess that he's going to go longer, but we can schedule him in for 5 fucking innings, 2 runs, and 5 strikeouts to 6 strikeouts. I think he gets 6, guys. So if you want to take him to the 6, I don't hate that. Minus 150 is not a cool bet if you're betting it straight up, but on Prize Picks, we're getting even value. They don't have his fantasy score up on Prize Picks when I checked last time. So let's get into fucking Kyle Wright on the other hand, guys. We're going to bet this guy too. Kyle Wright, 3-1 with a 1.74 ERA, 37 strikeouts in 31 innings. 5 straight quality starts to start the year, guys. That's 6 innings, 3 earned runs or less in every time. The only team to get him for 3 runs in those 6 innings was the fucking New York Mets, guys. And they are one of the top hitting teams versus righties this year. So, excuse me. So, Now he gets the Red Sox, who over the month are walking 5.7% of the time, striking out 21% of the time, 226 average, 615 OPS, and an isolated power of 117. They get fucking worse, guys, over the last 15 days, guys. Their walk percentage is still 5.9. Strikeout percentage is the same. 219 average, 587 OPS with an isolated power of 101. That's trash, guys. So his K prop 6 plus at minus 145 on Prize Picks. It's at 5.5. Definitely value if you're into looking for the juice. And the numbers don't say yes on the strikeouts, guys. But to me, the numbers do. So it's not always about the strikeout numbers, guys. I look at more than the strikeout numbers. We're gonna take in all the numbers together, and I've got this guy going 6 innings. He's gone fucking 6 innings in 5 straight fucking games. They're not walking, guys. Them strikeouts should easily be there. This is a guy I'd look to ladder today. If you're wanting to ladder somebody on Prize Picks, his fantasy scores at 33.5 over. We know this guy's going to have the strikeouts today, guys. We know this guy's going to go give us the quality start bonus. So definitely see a very, very well pitched game. And I've seen a team not hit versus Kyle Wright before. Not hit. They had really, really good strikeout numbers, terrible walk numbers. He ended up having fucking 10 strikeouts that game, guys. I watched that game. He throws 97 with fucking movement. If you're going to help this guy out the zone, he can have a big fucking day today. So definitely on him over 33.5 fantasy score today too. Love me some Kyle Wright. Red Sox pin 4.19 ERA. They're garbage. If you already heard that shit before. So once they get through Whitlock, guys, it will be a tough time to get some outs. They've shown a propensity of just blowing games like people blow fucking, this is bad, guys. Straight up, just fucking bad. I don't even want to get into that. But, yeah. Ronald Acuna, guys, he's had a hit in 8 out of 9 games this year, guys. And in the last 3 games, he's had 12 total fucking bases. Shout out to Noli, who has a fucking MVP fucking pre-bet on the year before he even he knew he wasn't playing. But he's off to a super fucking hot start, guys. His 2+ bases is at plus 112. His home run prop is plus 300. We ain't betting plus 300 props, guys. If you want to throw a little bit of beer money on it, okay. But we like plus 400 or better. We need to be hitting at least 1 out of every 4 times to be profitable on this show, guys. And we're about being profitable. So 2+ bases is at plus 112. That's definitely worth a shot for a guy who has 12 total bases the last 3 games and a hit in 8 out of 9 games since coming up from injury. Stud. The guy's a fucking stud. On the other hand, Matt Olson, 3 straight days with at least 1 fucking walk, guys, and he had a double last game out in 5 at-bats. He's seeing the ball really fucking well. His home run prop also plus 300. We don't want that, but we do want his 2+ bases at plus 106 or his over 1.5 bases on Prize Picks, guys. He's seeing the ball well. When a guy takes his walks, them hits are coming, especially a guy like this. We want to look at walks, guys. Walks mean more than hits. You're being patient, guys, and patience is a virtue in this game. Let's get to the next one out. The chat's fucking rocking today, though, guys. I see all them birthday chats, guys. I appreciate you. Smash the fucking like if you haven't. Let's fucking keep going because we've been rolling. And I got a fucking K-prop we'll get into later on. My guy, Nasty Nate. What up, my guy? Shout out to the real ones, though. I appreciate you. There's been a couple homies who sent some money. I don't expect shit, bro, but, dude, I appreciate it, so good looking out. Next one out, Astros at the fucking Twins, guys. We're going to fucking murder this shit, guys, okay? This one right here, I've had a bet on Justin Verlander every fucking game this year. This game, I'm going to kick back and watch it, guys. Justin Verlander, he's 3-1 with a 1.93 ERA. He's coming in with 4 straight quality starts. Now gets the Twins. Over the last 15 days, they're walking 8% of the time, striking out 22% of the time. 265 average, 754 OPS, and an isolated power of 161. So they're definitely seeing the ball well, guys. They're not striking out, definitely getting on base, and the power numbers are about top 10, but right around the 10 mark. You go through the last month, and they were bottom 10 to so they've definitely improved over the last 2 weeks, and they're seeing the ball a lot better. Verlander's K-prop 7+ minus 121, 6.5 on Prize Picks. His fantasy score is 38.5. By the numbers, it says yes, he should go 6 innings. He's gone 6 innings in what now? 4 straight games. So we get 4 points for a quality start. His strikeouts are at 7+, so let's just say he gets 6. That's 18 right there. And if he goes 6 innings, that's another 18. Shout out to JPZ. I appreciate the dono, guys. We be fucking pubbing, bro. Pub sports, bro. It's about giving you our bets because we really do this shit. So my guy G, bro, woke me up. I appreciate you with that, dude. You guys don't even realize, like, I've got more love this year than I probably have my whole life. So you guys fucking rock. Um, but yeah, let's keep this shit going. So his fantasy score, I'm adding it up. We have 18 outs. We're gonna get 18 in strikeouts, so we're at 36 right there. We're gonna get the fantasy score. We're at 40. We're gonna get the quality score. It's 40. So we're at 40 minimum if he just gets one less than his strikeouts and he gives up no runs.
Hey, Sharpie.
I expect. Yes, sir.
You gotta get your first dono train.
He says free plays. It's your birthday. Choo choo. I'll tell y'all what I'm betting when I get to it, my guys. I will, but the line's moved on some of it, so tough luck. Tuned in the Jimmy show this morning, you would have found out what I was on because I was in the chat being a dumbass this morning. But I definitely see the over, guys. I even at the worst, it's going to be at 32, and that's if you get to only go 6 innings. I expect Verlander to go out there and go 7 innings, guys. Give up about 3 runs, and the strikeouts to be right around 6, and to be in line for the win. Crazy to say that, right? Because everybody's on Joe Ryan today. Joe Ryan, 3-1 with a 1.63 ERA. You only play who you play, but it's been versus all bottom 10 hitting teams this year, guys. It is what it is. Shout out to my man Noli, who always tells me, you only play who you play, Sharpie. Well, the guy hasn't played fucking anybody, and they're like, wait a second, Sharpie, but the Astros don't fucking hit, do they? Do they? Do they? Well, over the last 15 days, they're walking 9.8%. They're striking out 23.6%. Their average is now middle of the pack at 236 average with a 730 OPS and an isolated power of 182. They're hitting the ball a lot fucking better, guys. So my issue today is they're on a nice little win streak and they're traveling. So I've got to lay off and just kick back and watch Verlander. If he deals, cool. I expect him to. But they say their bats are going to be cold by the numbers and by the trends of baseball. And I'm not trying to run into streaks that are winning around the 65-70% win rate, guys. So I'll just kick back and see if Joe Ryan can really do Joe Ryan things. This is a top 15 to top 10 in the power numbers over the last 15 days, Houston Astros hitting team. So this will be the toughest test for Joe Ryan this year, guys. So I expected Joe Ryan to see some trouble today, guys. So I may be wrong, but I mean, I could be wrong. Definitely. His K props at 5+ minus 118. It's at 5 on Prize Picks, guys. There's no value in taking a plus money props that on that K prop, guys. I mean, if you want to look at anything, it's his fantasy score over 28.5. If they are tired from the trip, from playing and then traveling and then having to play again, this would be the day Joe Ryan goes 6 innings. Is the strikeout there? I don't like running strikeout props versus the freaking Houston Astros. Yes, I understand it's from the right-handed side, and they do strike out a lot more from the right-handed side. Joe Ryan don't have overpowering shit, guys. He throws about 90 to 92. So he does have strikeouts because he stays in the zone and he has good curveball and he's a 4-pitch pitcher, but I've seen what the Astros can do to guys who don't have overpowering shit. So I expect both teams to give up some runs today, but I expect Verlander to come out on top of this. I will not be betting it, but that's my opinion. Astros bullpen is a 2.61 ERA with the Twins pin with a 3.08. Both are top 6 in ERA. Both are legit. I could see an over first 5 under full game once they get to these bullpens, guys. No hitters have 10 at bats versus each pitcher, but Brian Buxton, guys, we're getting the second best WAR in the last 3 years of any baseball player in the league off of an 0 for yesterday. He had 17 total bases in his last 5 games before yesterday's 0 for. And now we're getting him at 2+ bases minus 143. No, thank you. We'll take his home run prop, though, at plus 400. If Verlander misses to him, we know Buxton will fucking make him pay, guys. So definitely we're going to be looking at some Buxton home run props. And Michael Brantley, guys, he's off an 0 for 2. He's also was on a 5-game hit streak, and we're going to be looking at his 2+ bases at plus 108. Once again, Ryan doesn't have overpowering stuff. He relies on 4 pitches. Michael Brantley is one of the best fucking hitters in this game, guys. So he will take the pitch where it's pitched, and I'll be looking at him for over 2+ bases today at plus 108. Let's get into the next game, guys. Smash the fucking like if you haven't. 21 in here, 21 likes, so it looks like you already did. But I'm sure someone out there in Never Neverland hasn't. So, Phillies at Mariners in the next game. Aaron Nola versus Robbie Ray. Aaron Nola's coming in hot. With 3 straight quality starts, guys, including a back-to-back versus a Mets team that we all know is fucking humming. They could fucking hit the ball over there, guys. 2 back-to-back quality starts versus them, plus another one on top. Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man. Timer. Good looking, Britt and Trey. I appreciate you guys. My people, I'll be in your couch coming soon. Austin, Texas. I believe it's June 16th or 18th. UFC. We out there. We be pubbing. We going. So we got a few. They didn't even know that one yet. I just found out last night about that though. So we got to get this thing on the road though, guys. We got Robbie Ray versus Aaron Nola. Like I said, Nola's been humming, guys, and now he gets the Marlins. No, the Mariners. Sorry, I get those two names mixed up sometimes. Mariners, who over the last 15 days are walking 8% of the time, 22.3 strikeout percentage with a 239 average and a 690 OPS, and isolated power of 146. Pretty much middle of the pack, guys. And we know what he does versus top of the pack teams. This team hasn't seen him, and big plus advantage for Nola, that means. And they're about middle of the pack hitting. So, guys, I expect Aaron Nola's fantasy score over 36.5 to cash. We don't need that shitty-ass bullpen. I expect Aaron Nola to throw us another quality start and go for 5 straight quality starts. The strikeouts, the numbers say no, but the numbers don't mean anything. I'm also just banking off of his quality starts for the fantasy score. His K prop's at 7+ at plus 117. It is at 6 on Prize Picks. It's a push on 6, so I don't hate anybody looking at that. That's minus 228. So definitely don't hate anybody for the 6. So yeah. Happy 50th. Fuck yeah. Who told you I was an old man, bro? Shut up. Don't tell nobody, man. But shout out to my guy Noli, and shout out to everybody in the chat. But we got birthday picks coming, so yeah. Like I said, guys, this K prop on Prize Picks is definitely worth a shot at the value-wise at minus 228. He is a strikeout fucking pitcher, and I definitely see him with 7+ strikeouts today. But I also see him going 6 innings, and 6 innings with those strikeouts is an easy casher in the fantasy score department on Prize Picks. Whereas if he doesn't hit that K prop for us and he pushes, like, fuck that. I'm not here to push, guys. So I think he hits it right here. So we're definitely looking at him. And we need Scooble to get another fucking strikeout. Gosh dang it. 2-2, and he just got out. Come on, Scooble. All right. But let's get into Robbie Ray. He's 2-3 with a 4.38 ERA. He hasn't been that good this year, even versus bad hitting teams. He gives up 2 to 3 runs in those bad hitting teams so far, guys. So Phillies, over the last 15 days, they're not really hitting the ball. Granted, it's only 2 pitchers in those last 15 days. They crushed Gomer, who the Giants crushed last night. and they didn't hit Martin Perez. So over the last month, if you want to take that in, they're walking 8%, striking out 26.5, 240 average with a 710 OPS and an isolated power of 149. Pretty much averages top 5, OPS is top 10, isolated powers middle of the pack, strikeout percentage top 5, walking percentage middle of the pack. Over the last 2 weeks, they get worse. Like I said, they are now walking only 6.5% of the time, striking out at 29% of the time, 204 average, 596 OPS with an isolated power of 0.89. I'm on Robbie Ray strikeout prop today, guys. I'm taking him over 6.5. It's at plus 141 on the books. Is it a valuable prop on this? Yes, because they're giving them at 6 at minus 251, guys. We get the push on here at minus 251, which it's not good to take a plus 141 prop. You're right. But we get a push on 6. But I'm also then going to go bet the plus 141 side, guys. I can see 7 to 9 strikeouts today. Am I going to ladder him? No, but the numbers say yes. I just want my 7 at plus 141, and I'll be a happy guy. The numbers say he should be out there for a solid 6 innings, and their strikeout numbers are disgusting. So if there's a day for Robbie Ray to get right, today is that day. His K-prop, like I said, plus 141, and on Prize Picks, they have him at 6. So definitely value at 6. 6 on the books is minus 251. Phillies pin is crack. Happy birthday. Thank you. Appreciate you all, bro. I get much birthday love today, man. Thank you all. Thank you all. But Phillies pin sucks ass, 4.30 ERA, and the Mariners pin has a 3.76 ERA. Bryce fucking Harper, guys. In 8 at-bats versus Robbie Ray, he has a 500 average with 1 home run. That's not a lot of at-bats, but for a lefty-on-lefty matchup, to be hitting 500, guys, and he had a big game yesterday, can we catch him starting on going on a little tear, guys? His 2+ bases is at plus 121, and his home run is at plus 450, guys. I mean, I know it's a big ballpark, but he had a home run there yesterday. He's had a home run in 8 at-bats versus him, and he's batting 500. So he definitely sees the ball well off of him. Robbie Ray is a 2-pitch pitcher. So definitely we'll be looking at some Bryce Harper 2+ bases at plus 121, and we'll sprinkle him at the home run prop. I mean, I've seen the guy hit a home run 4 or 5 days in a row, and he looked really good at the plate yesterday. So can we catch him on a hot trend? Can we get Mr. Bryce Harper on a hot trend? Let's get into the last game, though. Marlins at D-backs. I put out a video this morning, and the K-prop already moved on Madison Bumgarner. They had him at 3.5 this morning, which was just stupid. 3.5 on the books was minus 233, and the numbers are absurd. We'll get into those numbers and why we are now going to be on the fantasy score. If you got in on it early, you got that 3.5, like I did this morning. Jesus Luzardo's 2-2 with a 3.08 ERA on 5 games. The only team to get to him this year was the fucking St. Louis Cardinals, who eat lefties for breakfast. No harm, no foul there. D-backs, guys, over the last 15 days are walking 8.5% of the time, striking out 24.5% of the time with a measly 194 average, 596 OPS, and a 139 isolated power. Trash, guys. They're just not seeing the ball from the left-handed side, and Jesus Luzardo has been on. He's been on the last 3 games, and like I said, the only team to get him is a team that eats lefties. This lefty throws 97, 98, and we're going to ride him here too. So if you're looking at his K-props at 6+ minus 113, it's at 5.5 on Prize Picks. The numbers say, yeah, if you want to run it, go ahead. I'd be looking more at his fantasy score at 33.5. I expect him to go 6 innings today, 6 strikeouts, and 2 earned runs or less. If that, guys, I don't even know if he gives up 2 runs today. The only 2 runs he gave up last time were to Manny fucking Machado on 2 solo shots. And we know how that guy eats lefties for breakfast too. So no harm, no foul. The guy's been on, guys, and this team over here is not seeing lefties well, and they haven't all year, and they're not the last 15 days. On the other side, guys, Madison fucking Bumgardner. And we're getting Madison Bumgardner when he's mad, and he's been pretty good all year. He's 1-1 with a 1.50 ERA. Really fucking good all year, guys. Like, Mad Bum has been legit. And now he gets a Marlins team who is walking the last 15 days 8% of the time, not a little bit below league average, striking out 31.5% of the time, guys. That is fucking nuts. 233 average with a 683 OPS and an isolated power of 170. So about middle of the pack. And top 10 power numbers right around the 10 spot. So I expect fucking Madison Bumgardner to go out there and go 6 innings, 3 earned runs or less, and have 4+ strikeouts. Guys, they moved it up to 4. It was at 3.5. So definitely don't be that right there. It was laughable when they had that 3.5 there at minus 233 on the books, and the numbers say they're not walking and they're striking out at an absurd rate. So I expect him to go out there and hang today with Luzardo, and I expect this to be a really well pitched game. Definitely I'm on the under 4.5 in this game. Noli was on it first before I broke this game down, and then me and him broke it down, and I am definitely on it as well. Under 4.5 first 5. It will be a bet. There's a birthday bet for me that the line hasn't really moved on, I don't think. Where the Boston game, the line has moved to 3.5, where I was on the under 4 first 5 bet. But let's get into his case. Like I said, his Madison Bumgardner's fantasy score is at 21.5. That's way too fucking low, guys. What did we say about Kyle Hendricks yesterday, guys? 18.5 was way too fucking low for a guy that was going to go out and match the guy next across from him. So if you expect a good pitcher on the other side, you got to expect the other guy to at least try to give it his all. And if the other team ain't hitting, like the Padres ain't hitting, yeah, the outcome was fucking there, guys. He had 50+ fantasy points and was 1 out away from a fucking complete game. So, yeah, I did call that shit yesterday, and I seen some people tweeting now talking about who would have thought Kyle Hendricks would have had a game. Man, y'all need to turn into the Balking fucking dead, bro, because we're calling shitty pitchers like Velasquez, Martin Perez, and last night, bro, to have a good game, Hendricks. And we even said it the game before with the fucking Cubs. He still had a fucking decent game until the third time through. So, there's definitely times to bet on some of these shitty pitchers, guys, and we're getting super mad value on their fantasy score. And 21.5 is just too low for a guy that has a 1.50 ERA this year, and the team striking out at that absurd rate. So, can he get took for a home run today? Definitely, I could see him, but I expect Mad Bum to be game today. Marlins Pin has a 2.97 ERA. They've been fucking great. D-backs has a trash-ass 4.56 ERA, so definitely not good there. Miguel Rojas, on the other hand, in 15 at-bats is batting .333. He's off to a slow year this year, but it has a 3-game hit streak, and his 2+ bases is at plus 136. My cat is going off, guys, and I'm sorry. I don't know if it'll work, but I told him to shut the fuck up. I don't think cats listen. So Miguel Rojas, like I said, guys, 15 at-bats is batting .333 versus Bumgardner, and he's off to a slow start, and he's on a 3-game hit streak. He's seeing the ball the last few games, and he sees the ball well versus Bumgardner. 2+ bases, plus 136. Sign me up. We'll be looking at me some plus money prop on Miguel Rojas today. And let's talk about these last 4 props real quick. We're going to take our guy, Whitlock, from the Red Sox over 4.5 strikeouts. The numbers match it, and the juice is at minus 150 on the book. So we're definitely getting a team who's not walking in the Red Sox. They're walking about league average, and they're striking out top 5 versus righties. So definitely expect Whitlock to go 5 innings, 2 runs or less, and to have at least 5+ strikeouts. I don't hate anybody looking at the 6 strikeouts. I think he has 6 today. So like I said, we don't run K-props where it's exactly 1 over. We have them project them over 1.5. So we have the value of not hitting that one. So Other freaking game we're going to get into, Kyle Wright, same fucking game. We're going to take his fantasy score, guys. His K prop is at 5.5, minus 145 on Price Picks. They're giving it to you at an even value, 5.5. But he's had 5 straight games with a quality start. What's going to happen now, bro? He's shown us nothing other than 5 straight games with a quality start. And I can definitely see a game where he has 9-10 strikeouts, guys. The last team where he went against, where they were walking around the 5% range, he had 10 strikeouts, and their strikeout numbers weren't there either. If you look at the strikeout numbers, it's like, oh, he's not going to get it. But then if they're not fucking walking, bro, the strikeouts are going to be there. So I expect Kyle Wright to have a really good game today. So definitely will be on his fantasy score there. Robbie Ray strikeouts, guys, it's at 6 on Prize Picks. 6 is at minus 230 something on the books right now, and that's a push on Prize Picks. I will be betting it at 6.5 plus 140. I think Robbie Ray goes out there and goes 6 innings. Does he give up some runs? Yes, maybe he does, but I think those strikeouts are there today, and Robbie Ray will help us get paid. Last but not least, I can't even see the last one down there because what does that say? Madison fucking Bumgarner. If you were there earlier, you would have got 3.5 strikeouts, but that's fine. His fantasy score is way too low for a guy with a 1.508 ERA, guys. He's going to go out there and go 5-6 innings and have 4 to 5 strikeouts minimum. This team is trash. Remember what Mania did to him the other day, guys. We rode him versus Mania. We've been riding this team versus lefties. There's no reason to be afraid to run you some fucking Bumgarner today. So, appreciate all the fucking birthday love, guys. You guys fucking rock. Smash the fucking like on the way out. So far, I've only bet 2 first 5 unders. One's moved. The other one is the Marlins D-backs first 5 under 4.5. Definitely on Robbie Ray's K-prop today. Other than that, guys, it's about big booty. All I want for my birthday is a big booty. Oh, all I want for my birthday. So, go on over to Prize Picks. Use promo code PubSports if you already have it. Your first promo code for $100, up to $100. They will match deposit it. 25 for 25, 100 for 100. So, yeah, do yourself a favor. Do us all a favor. Use the promo code PubSports and smash the fucking like on the way out. Tag me in your winning tickets. Use the freaking 3 words we be pubbing. And have a blessed fucking day, guys.